What's up, everyone? Welcome to Freeway Feud, the show all about the Angels-Dodgers rivalry. My name's Vinnie. I'm going to be representing my Angels.
My name's Alec, and I will be representing the Los Angeles Dodgers.
The Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay. This is episode 1 of our new podcast, and this show is basically going to be every debate topic.
You got a problem with the family member? That's the opposite team. This is going to be your content. Where you go to? Who you
This is
find?
where you go to get your argument points and your statistics and everything you need to stand up for your team.
So let's do this.
Tell your story, bro.
What's going on, guys? I'm Alec. So Vinny and I, we went to high school together, played baseball together growing up. Huge Dodger fan. I call myself anyone I introduce myself to, the biggest Dodger fan there ever is. And I don't like the Angels, and that's something that we're going to be discussing on this podcast. And
Okay.
I'm going to turn it over to Vinny over here.
So when he says he doesn't like the Angels, what he means is that he's going to find any possible way to talk shit on in any way. Like, he's the kind of guy that's going to kick you while you're down. So, 77 win season, that's not okay. Like, you're just going to have to let us know our pitching sucks. You're in the World Series, but you're reminding me exactly.
I think I have a problem where I'd rather see the Angels lose than the Dodgers win.
Oh, 100%. So, I think I'm right there with you. So if you tell me that the Angels are not going to win this year, but the Dodgers are also not going to win, that's a win. That's a good year.
Yeah. I'm happy with that. As long as the Angels are never better than us.
Okay.
And we'll get into that.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that, but also let's just keep in mind that what we did see last year was a 4-game sweep of who? Who won?
Yes.
So we got one team went to the World Series, got nothing from it, and then one team beat that other team 4 out of 4 games that year.
Yeah, I mean.
So 2019, who was the winner of 2019 in this rivalry? Would you say?
I mean.
So let's start. Let's put it this way: who got a World Series ring in 2019? Angels or Dodgers?
Neither.
Team. Okay. And when they face each other, what was the record?
Oh yeah, well the Angels always typically beat us, but
I wonder why that is. That you think that has something to do with the National League being really bad, or
no? I don't think so. And this will be a little teaser for what we have coming up. Vinny thinks the National League is bad. I think bad is not the right term.
Well, it can't be that bad if the Nationals came out of it last year, right?
Exactly.
They beat the cheating Astros. I mean, that must say a lot.
Oh, here we go. Another segment.
Okay, so that was okay. So my name's Vinny. I'm gonna be the co-host. So Alex co-host, I'm co-host. But I'm an Angel fan. We grew up right around the corner from each other, so we were like about 2 minutes walking distance from each other. I went to Game 6. My first memory of baseball at all was probably Game 6 of the 2002 World Series. So I was like 6 years old. Scott Spezio's home run, I think, is my first memory. And so I remember we started this rivalry in high school when right around the time it was like we were in high school, 2014 we graduated. So I think it all pretty much started really bad when the Dodgers made that trade for Hanley.
Yeah,
not Hanley. It was Agon, Beckett.
Yeah, the trade that really changed it all.
Yeah. So before that, it was like a really even, like back and forth kind of rivalry. But when that went down, and what was McCourt? That's his name.
Yeah,
when he signed the team.
The McCourts, they sold the team, and that's when. Well, they didn't sell the team. They were the owners, but shit was hitting the fan. They were getting a divorce. The McCourts. And then he hires Ned Colletti, and he makes the trade that changes the franchise forever.
Wait, so he didn't own? He owned McCourt owned the team when they made that trade.
Yes, McCourt.
Are you sure?
Team. Yep.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought it was like they made the trade or they sold it to Magic's team. Oh, and then they made the trade.
Yeah, so the McCourt's on the team with when the Hanley trade happened.
Okay, so do you remember where you were when that trade happened?
No, I just remember watching like the news highlights at home. It was still like a big trade then, and I think that, like I said before, this really changed the Dodgers and who they were, and they've never been the same since.
Yeah, no, they definitely. Okay, so I remember. They haven't lost the division since that trade.
Really, since
they haven't, because it was 2012.
Yeah.
Okay,
so, but the year before that, let's not forget, the Dodgers shut down.
2011.
The Dodgers were so bad they shut down the food pavilions on the field level because they were getting no attendance.
See, that I didn't even know that, because I remember where I was when that trade happened. I was at Disneyland with my girlfriend, and we were in the parking lot, and I have this like image in my head of hearing on the radio that the Dodgers got fucking Hanley Ramirez, Adrian Gonzalez,
Beckett.
Crawford, and Beckett, and I was like, what the hell? So I know we did have a rival, like an argument, kind of like friendship rivalry thing going on, because I remember being pissed about that, and I was like, well, I felt probably the way I felt that day was probably the way I felt when they got Mookie Betts this week or a couple weekends ago.
It really hit you that hard.
Yeah, it hit me that hard, and I was like, well, this is a beginning of something that I'm gonna have to put up with for a long time. But yeah, I remember we were at the Dodger Stadium for the CIF game. Yeah. Right when we were watching that, and I remember tweeting or putting on Facebook when Facebook was a thing. I remember posting like the only championship that the Dodgers will ever see at Dodger Stadium, and I don't know if that's a curse of that tweet or something, because ever since then I think we've seen 2 World Series and 7 divisions in a row, and I don't know. I think I want to talk about how, not right now, but we can talk about it later, about how it's been an advantage for the Dodgers to have a team of owners, and how they have so much money to spend. Oh yeah, and like how this, I think we can talk about how I don't know. I feel like Artie Moreno is too in hands on. Have we talked about that before?
Yeah. I think we discussed this like before the podcast, but yeah, we've talked about how he's too involved and he just wants to be hands on everything.
And like the smartest people in sports are the people who, as far as owners, are the people who hand everything off to the people who are paid to do that. Yeah, like not Jerry Jones, but like the Dodgers, and I can't think of it. Was another good example, like Kraft. Like, is he ever?
Honestly, since the new ownership has happened, since the McCourts, they bought it from the McCourts. I have not really heard anything from them. They're never in the news. They never.
I don't even know who owns it. I looked it up yesterday. There's a team of like 4 or 5 guys. He's some guy from like, I think he's from like insurance, finance, something like that.
So back to our point, that's how it should be.
Yeah. But and then in the meantime, in 2012, I think I had all the bragging rights. Angels were killing it. They went like, I think that year. Well, I think that was the year that they traded for Greinke because they were making a World Series push.
Oh wow!
They traded away Segura. So we were in baseball practice. I remember finding out that they traded away Gene Segura and another prospect or something for Greinke, and then they had Pujols. That it was the first year of Pujols. That was the first year of Trout, and so the Angels had won. They had a 100 win season in 2009, and then they were like perennial division winners or postseason appearances, and then since this whole thing, they haven't won one postseason game.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. What do you? I remember watching that series very specifically, and I thought the Angels had a good team, and they just.
So what fuels your hate for the Angels when they have had such little success? Is it the fact that we beat you every season?
No.
I think that's got to be it. I think it's the fact that if you look into it, 2 teams that don't, not a lot of teams have winning records against the Dodgers and the Yankees, but if you look, the only team in the history of baseball who has a winning record against the Yankees is the Angels. and I believe the Angels have a winning record against the Dodgers. Let's look that up real quick.
Honestly, that does not bother me at all. Like,
So what is it then?
it's really just the fact that they're the little brother in LA, and they refuse to acknowledge they're the little brother.
I don't know if that's true. I think I was talking to Brian. Brian's a friend of ours that we've like lifelong since like I don't know, elementary school. We've been friends with him, and he's a big Angel fan, which probably is part of the fuel.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so also we need to talk about the fact, Alec, you grew up in a Dodger household.
Yes.
Your dad's a Dodger fan lifelong, right?
Yep.
Okay. Your mom's a lifelong Dodger fan.
Their first date was.
What the fuck's up with Mark Villalobos?
Yeah, my brother is an Angel fan, and wow.
And Houston fan, and Toronto fan, and any fan that's of a team that's doing somewhat decent.
Weird kid.
Yeah, but I appreciate Mark because he's always been Angels first.
Yeah.
He's not going to be like, oh, I support Toronto, I don't support the Angels. He's like Angels, and then he's just he wants to be like different.
Yeah. I mean, he's got issues, but bottom line, this podcast is going to be for arguments like this. Who is better? We agree, we disagree about a lot of stuff, and we finally just had to take it to a podcast, and we want to give you arguments for when you're arguing with your family.
Yeah.
Of why you think why I think the Dodgers are better, why he thinks the Angels are better, why is there this big rivalry when they're in separate divisions?
Yeah, so you're gonna one of the least talked about rivalries, but one of the strongest rivalries in baseball is the Angels versus the Dodgers. I think you only really know about it and if you're on the West Coast because it's not going to get the same publicity as the Yankees and the Red Sox, but I think that there's a lot of the same animosity there between fans definitely. Because I don't think there's anything more annoying than the Dodger fans that show up at Angel Stadium, and I've heard that from a lot of Angel fans. They're like, I just can't fucking stand when Dodger fans show up because the Dodger fans definitely have a bigger fan base and the Angel fans are more mellow. So Dodger fans are diehard, like gonna get in your face, gonna wear Dodger blue to Angel Stadium, which is fine.
Yeah, I definly agree with that.
I get it. There's gonna be a good amount of Angel fans at Dodger Stadium too, but it's the Dodgers travel well, and I'm looking at the record right now. It looks like it's 70-54 Angels all time in regular season according to Wikipedia.
And that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't upset me. Just because. That's your guys' World Series, not mine. So.
Yeah. So, speaking of World Series, so do you know what the age is the requirement to run for president is in the United States? It's 35 years old.
35, yeah.
So, if the last World Series Dodger World Series championship was a person, they could almost run for president. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, and they know. Everybody is aware of the drought. I think it's. I don't think it's.
I think it's ending this year.
You think so?
I don't. I think that the Yankees are very good. I think they're the only. It's going to be Yankees Dodgers all year. I think the only way that it doesn't end is. I mean, look, if someone gets hurt.
Look at what happened last year, though. We said the same thing. Dodgers.
No, I didn't think. Well, I don't think the Dodgers. I was really scared about the Dodgers, but the one thing that. I will say this. I was more scared about the Dodgers winning the World Series in 13, 15, 16, and 17 than I was 18 and 19 because even though they went to the World Series in 18, I knew they were going to get their asses kicked by the Red Sox. The Red Sox were running away with they won 12 games?
Yeah, they were a good team. They definitely were the better team that year.
But the one thing that I was most scared of in this whole time of Dodger success was Clayton Kershaw. The best pitcher. And that's not even questionable in this era. But
here we go.
But no, I'm not going to get into that. We'll talk about that later. Playoff Kershaw is going to be an entire episode for sure. Because this is a debate that we've had countless times over text message, and Alex always said that's not the medium to do it in. We have to do it in person, and we have to come prepared for this. So we're gonna present our arguments with stats. And,
yeah, to be clear, he thinks he's bad, and not bad. What do you say?
I say he is.
Say it in 10 words. What do you think he is?
He is a good pitcher who benefits greatly from terrible competition.
No. Okay, let's talk playoff Kershaw right now.
Playoff Kershaw is... Oh, no, that is part of it. I think that... It's hard to say. You can't say he's not generational talent when he puts up the numbers he does, but pitching in... I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to playoff. Pitching in Dodger Stadium, which is the best place to pitch in probably all of baseball, right?
Yeah.
Best. I think all major league... Well, not all, but most of major leaguers agree it's the best mound and best ballpark to pitch in.
Yes, gets rated number one.
Yeah.
In
player
field
experience.
Field maintenance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got that. You got Petco, and you got what do they call it now? AT&T Park, Giant Stadium.
Oh no, it's
AT&T Park.
It's not AT&T anymore.
Okay. Oh, it's Oracle Park.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got those. So he's pitching in the three best, the three best, other than Oakland, pitching ballparks in how many times a year? Like out of 30 starts, probably 17, 18, 19. Yeah, okay, so I think he's got that on his side, and then he's got the Dodgers somehow. Okay, I don't want to get that.
All right, 10 words or less. What is your?
He's a great pitcher, but he's not as good, and he gets exposed in the postseason. Okay, and I don't think it's a choke thing. I think it's just he's not that good. I think he is. Wow. I think he chokes, but I think that he is less choking and more exposed. So it's like 70% exposed, 30% choking, because I don't think he's a 5 ERA pitcher like he is in the postseason. I think if he were to pitch in the AL East, I say he's a career, or right now he's like a career 2.2 pitcher, right? Yep. ERA. I would say he was like a career, like a Verlander. I would say he's a Verlander. If they pitched in the same exact era, or they did pitch in the same era, but the same exact environment, I think they have the exact same career.
Okay, all right. Well, that's your quick argument.
Yeah.
My thing is, I think he's the greatest pitcher of this generation, and I'll stand by that. Playoff Kershaw has had some bad luck, which I'll get into when we do that segment. But yeah, that's the bottom line. It's bad luck, bad situations, situations he shouldn't have been in, and
so you also So one of the main arguments you made is it's that they've relied too much on him, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to give away.
But that's our yeah. That's what you think. That's what I think. I still think he's. I wouldn't say he's the best postseason pitcher. Mm-hmm. Definitely wouldn't say that. Because my argument is that it's been unfair of what he's been getting thrown at him.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I don't want to get too much into that. We have to save that for its own thing. But I think this is a good place for us to stop for now and wrap up this first episode. But I just want to say thank you to everyone so much for listening to our first episode. We have a lot more coming your way. We should be dropping the first 3 or so episodes in the same week. So be sure to subscribe and keep up to date, and check us out on social media at Freeway Feuds to follow along with us as we start this journey. Thank you so much for being here for our first episode, and we'll see you soon.